Hi everybody, it is One Control Wednesday. I am Jay Leonard J. Today I'm going to help you figure out which of their two loop boxes is the right one for you. Well, if you're trying to supercharge your rig just a little bit, give yourself a couple more routing options and maybe minimize the amount of tap dancing you have to do around your pedal board, well, getting a nice loop box goes a long, long way. If you're looking for a nice dual loop box situation, you have about 3 options with One Control pedals. You have the black loop, the white loop, and the TriLoop. So what I want to do today is I want to kind of help you figure out which of those 3 loop boxes is the right one for you. I'm going to do it with this nice Telecaster with the tone-specific pickups. Let's go plug these things in and see what we can do with them. Well, the most straight ahead of all the looping boxes would have to be the black loop. That one, quite straight ahead, quite simple. What you have is a big black box, 2 separate loops to choose from, the 9-volt in and the 2 9-volt outs. With a dual loop pedal like this one, when you press it once and you see the LED, that means that loop is activated, and when you press it off, it is deactivated. So quite straight ahead. The way I decided to wire this one out is in loop 1, I have myself hooked up to the Rebel Red distortion. Sounds really, really nice. And in loop 2, I decided to put 2 pedals in that loop. I have the C turquoise delay going into the Prussian blue reverb. So let's hear this thing in action. This is just my straight ahead clean tone. Okay, remember I have the Rebel Red distortion in loop 1, so let's hear what that sounds like. Killer, beautiful. And when I want to turn it off, boom, there it goes. Going to the second loop, we have the delay and the reverb. Let's hear what those 2 sound like. Sounds really, really nice together. Great for just pumping out some leads. And when you want to put the 2 together, say I have my distortion and I want to have the reverb and the delay, I just press both buttons at once instead of pressing 3 buttons. And all of a sudden, I have all the tonal goodness you could possibly ever want. From the looks of it, the white loop box looks pretty darn similar. It has the 9 volts and the 2 loops, but the way it organizes the 2 loops is a little bit different. Instead of this being separate loops 1 and 2, this is actually a loop on and off, and this toggles between the 2 loops. This setup can be incredibly useful, especially for me when I'm dealing with my overdrives and gains. When I'm playing, say I'm doing a solo, I have my overdrive on, I'm really cooking, and now I want to kick it into my fuzz. Well, maybe my fuzz doesn't react very well to my overdrive, so what would happen is I'd have to turn off my overdrive and then turn on my fuzz. And I'm in the heat of my solo. I don't want to lose that, that energy. So just by touching the button once, instead of pressing it twice, it really makes the job a lot easier and the switching a lot cleaner. So right now what I have in the red loop is the Baltic Blue Fuzz, really, really killer sounding unit. And then in the green channel, well, I got to keep with the green theme, I got the Persian Green Overdrive, the Green Screamer. So say I want to load up my green driver, so I have it in the green channel, I can press on the loop and I'm ready to rock and roll. Then I want to kick my distortion in, get my fuzz going on. I press this button, it bypasses the Green Screamer, goes into the Baltic Blue Fuzz. Rock and roll. Well, both boxes definitely do have their strengths, and if you're having trouble deciding between the two, go get yourself the TriLoop, because the TriLoop has both the white and the black box built into it. So you can just program it to work in black mode or white mode. On top of that, with that little loop box, you also get a built-in BJF buffer, which is really, really handy. You could turn that on or off depending on how you want to set it up. And last but not least, you can also use it separately outside of your board as a momentary foot switch. So if you want to hook it up as a tap tempo selector for your delay, or as a favorite switch for your Strymon pedals, or to control anything that needs a momentary switch, you can use that as well. Very, very versatile and super, super cool. And don't forget, if 2 loops is still too much for you and you just want a handy little tool, get yourself the 1 loop box. That is pretty much just like the black box, only right in half. You can do all the cool things you want with it, like switching your amp channels, using it as an AB box, or just using it as a loop to clean out maybe a bad buffer in another pedal, or kind of come up with a little bit of a mini chain for yourself. Very, very handy. So that being said, I just introduced 4 different types of loop boxes for you today. The 1 loop, the black loop, the white loop, and the TriLoop. Which is the one that you would probably see yourself getting? I know which one is the one I like, but I'll see what you guys have to say. That being said, thank you for watching. There is a new One Control video every month, the first Wednesday of every month. So keep watching. I'll see you all soon. Take care and goodbye.